Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to Just Fun Stuff. It is a beautiful day here on Funland and time to create another build. I can't wait to get started. With Valentine's Day approaching, I thought it would be perfect to go ahead and make the Queen of Hearts castle, so that's what we're gonna do. But before we get started, don't forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Getting right into the work, Poppy did not hesitate getting on her helmet and getting started. A lot of the work in the beginning is just pathing it out, because if you've seen anything on the Queen of Hearts, you know that the groundwork around her castle is very intricate. So I'm going with my own take on the ground, and I'm just kind of doing a layered path to create the grass work using the really cute patterned grass with the heart and the club, and then the red, white, and black colors associated with Queen of Hearts. As you can see, she's got that all set up. Now it's time to go ahead and create the castle. Now, I know that the Queen of Hearts castle is usually red and white. Well, I assume it's red and white. This is my own spin on her castle. Again, I just wanted to do the design because Valentine's Day is close, and I thought it was just so pretty with all the reds and the whites and the flowers, and it fit. So here we are putting up our castle. I used the custom design that came with the castle just because I like the red color. Again, you can customize it with any of the actual patterns that you'd like to use, like the card patterns, I guess. But I just went with what the castle had. I thought it looked cute. Now just figuring out how to enclose the back, because the way that I'm doing the design for this Queen of Hearts castle is I want the front to be kind of a semi-enclosed courtyard leading into the back of the castle, so the back of the castle will be nice and high. Sorry, we had to take a little break for Deirdre and Molly because they were having a bit of a moment over some cooking, and we had to resolve that, problem solve, back to work. I had put some red panels behind the jail bars, but they're just not quite tall enough for those castle gates. I was looking for some bookcases in and amongst my stuff and couldn't find any, so we're just gonna borrow a piece from another build, work our way back, and use the bookcase because they're nice and big and tall and they cover that back area. So now it's like an enclosed actual door, which is what we were going for. Now we can start building up the layers of the castle, not keeping it as a straight line. So many snowballs and balloons in this, by the way. Sorry, I got off track there. I'm not keeping it as one flush line, I guess I should say. I'm just kind of building it up a little to create that feeling that the castle is actually really, really big and thick, even though we know that the back is just like a false castle. It's there to look pretty. The main focus of this build obviously is going to be the big bright courtyard. So right now we're all about putting up the castle. Now you can see the design that I had in mind. I want the courtyard to be its own thing and then the leading into the castle. So now comes more decorating, more customizing. A lot of my customizations that I got came from Pinterest. Is an amazing resource to find any customs that you want. I mean, and even just going into Able Sisters, I believe I got a few from just going into the Able Sisters online and looking. But right now we're just customizing and placing up some lights, changing up the way we did the castle gate. We chose not to put the jail bars back. You couldn't really see them from the top anyway. We put the bookcase back because I thought lighting was much more important. If you do come and check out the dream address for this, I'm not showing it in this particular video when it's completed, but I did update the dream address to be for the nighttime. So if you come and check it out, you'll be able to see it at night. And once it's all complete, it's actually very, very stunning at night, as are most things on Funland. And I'm thinking about doing, we haven't done an update tour on Funland in a very long time. So I'm thinking about doing a nighttime tour. I don't know yet, but something to think about. Next, we are now just adding the decor to this beautiful, beautiful courtyard. I decided to increase the path and make it wider. didn't think that there was enough space. There's a lot of elements that I wanted, sorry Molly, wanted to add to this, and my original path wasn't as big as I really wanted it to be, so we're just extending that a little bit so that we can fit in all the decoration that we want, because it's all about the decoration. Really, the castle itself, while it looks really, really cool, is kind of like a secondary focus here. Everything else is all about this courtyard. And as you can see, the first piece that we put down, I didn't talk about it, is that throne, and I was super thrilled when I was finally able to buy it. I'd been looking for one forever, and I finally came across it at, I believe it was Nook's Cranny that I got it, and it was crazy expensive, but so worth it because I think it makes the backdrop of that, because the Queen of Hearts can look out over all of her loyal subjects and everybody else playing around in the courtyard. Super cute, kind of a must-have for this. So is hedging. Now, I wish when I put up the hedging that it would be as bright and green as everything else, because the Queen of Hearts castle is very bright, but because it's winter here on Funland, it does have the snow across the top, but I don't think it really distracts that much from the look that we were going for. I still think it looks amazing. Just setting up a different crafting station because it's too hard to run around to the one that was in the back that we were using previously. Now a bunch of customizing. I love these vertical banners, and they work perfect for hanging flags in a castle. I absolutely love them. And the fountain, made that black because it just went with the colors that we were using. Finishing off with some of the hedging. Now adding the fountain. And as always, whenever you're trying to do a build like this, everybody on your island tends to make their way over there. I mean, Molly is literally just working out while we are setting up our flags and the rest of our decorations. Now, again, framing out where we want everything to go. More banners. I love that you can hang stuff from the streetlights, the new streetlights, the bannered streetlights, I guess they are. They look so pretty, and they work so well with the castle design. Putting up some of the little castle guard here. I know that you can use the actual playing cards that are used in the movie, but again, I'm doing my own take on this, and the playing cards, any that I could find, they didn't work for the background that I had. They all had green backgrounds, and ours is kind of gray and nowhere to really put them, so I just went with my own take on the guard and put up some clothing with the heart emblem on it, and I think that works really well. There we go, putting things back in place. I didn't quite have everything lined up the way it should, so things weren't fitting the way I wanted. We're just adding more flowers, more decor. There we go. The panels that I'd made previously I thought looked cute on the edge, kind of completes the castle look. You can see the courtyard starting to take shape now. Putting stuff away, getting more stuff out. So many things to decorate with. The mirrors. Oh, and I was really excited if I get to them at some point here. I was able to find, I did a tour not very long ago, and they used the cube lights in it, and I finally got a hold of them and realized that you can customize them and stack them. So I really wanted to use them in this build to add more light and color and to bring more of that heart into the Queen of Hearts castle. So we customized those with that same red design that we used on the panel. Now we're just making the glowing moth stools red, adding some gothic mirror, or they're not gothic, they're the elegant mirrors, I should say, to the back of the castle. Again, just adding more to the courtyard, and I thought they fit the theme and they looked really pretty. More balloons. So we added those to add a little more detail in the back, because again, the castle is kind of like the backdrop. The main focus is this beautiful green and red pattern on the ground. So perfect for Valentine's Day. I know the Queen of Hearts isn't exactly a Valentine's Day type theme, but I like the idea. And I mean, take it as you will. Queen of Hearts could mean love. It could. But I like the colors and I like the design, and I thought it was just fun putting up the spinning wheels, because how perfect are they for this build. The color is perfect, the design is perfect, everything is perfect. Plus it just adds a little something. We're adding some more of the guards to the front, moving things around in this, trying to get them the way I wanted. Not the easiest thing in the world to do. It was a lot of trial and error and moving around and pushing, but eventually we get to where we want to be. There we go, just checking it out a little bit more. Adding more lights because again, it's a castle. More decoration. Here comes the cubes. I love the cube lights. I think that I only had the 4. That's all I could order before I did this build. I think I'm going to order a bunch more and stack them up and add them, but I love the way they look on the courtyard right now. There we go, adding more and more and more. More decorations. I put some grass standees just to make it look like an actual lawn where there might be tufts of grass coming out. I know the Queen of Hearts would keep her courtyard very maintained, but I just wanted to add another little fun element to it and give it a little more detail. And as I always do, just when I think I'm done, I think, what else can I add? So back to storage, looking for things. And of course, floor lights was what came to mind because I love the lighting. And right in front of the throne. So at night, when you come and see it, the throne will be completely lit up. But look at how great that looks already. All the detail. I love that the courtyard is the way that it is. Now I wanted to close it in a little bit, and we had a castle gate left. I also had a torii. I was considering using that, but then when I put the castle gate up, I realized that's exactly what we needed to kind of close in that courtyard. And there you have pretty much the completed project. But again, it's Poppy and she always thinks, what else can we add? And we had some more pine trees, so we thought, let's just add a little more decoration to the front, a little more greenery, and I thought that looked absolutely amazing. I was really, really happy with the way that this turned out. The cube lights, all the banners, all the colors. It's the perfect courtyard for the Queen of Hearts, I think. There she is sitting in her little throne. I think it turned out absolutely amazing. I couldn't be more happy with the result, especially before Valentine's Day. I want to thank you guys, though, for watching and creating this area with me, for liking and subscribing, and we will definitely be back with more Animal Crossing videos.